What up, y'all? I'm Taylor,
I'm Mike.
and we're back with another episode from Dogs to Dads.
Woo!
All right.
I keep getting better, bro.
Yeah. Tell yourself that.
Oh shoot! So, bro, school called me. Right? It was they called me yesterday, and the worst thing, I don't like anybody disturbing my peace, especially when it's Friday. I'm leading into the weekend. I'm having a good time. School calls me and lets me know that the kids are acting up, and so immediately, I see red, and I'm like, okay. So it kind of leads me into, discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are your thoughts on that, bro?
I believe in discipline. Not saying you have to spank your kids.
Yeah.
Not saying anything about that.
Yeah, okay.
Some people do, some people don't. You believe in it, you don't. That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But I do believe there needs to be discipline of some sort.
Okay.
Whether you choose to say time out or you're grounded, you take toys away.
Yeah.
There needs to be some sort of consequence. Not just, don't do that. I've told you.
Yeah.
And you just keep saying it over and over. There has to be some sort of consequence to the kid's actions.
Yeah. I think it's a hard conversation because everybody, and I've had some of these conversations with some of my close friends. You're one of my best friends, but other friends that that have kids, and they see things differently. I mean, when I was little and I messed up, pop.
Yeah.
I was like, my mom didn't care where that belt landed. It could come across my head. My dad was more so the chill one, because when he had to pop me, that's how I knew it's not even. But I think I agree, bro. There has to be some kind of discipline.
Something.
I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's like, I think you have to push me to the edge for me to put my hand on you, and I got big hands, so of course I'm not trying to break my kids or anything. And for the most part, if they mess up or do anything, I have to just look at them, and they already know what time it is.
Yeah, I think discipline just teaches you so much.
Yeah.
If you just keep saying to a kid, no, don't do this, and nothing happens, they're going to continue doing it.
Yeah.
Like, that, duh.
It's up for debate. So I don't, comment on it. I want to hear what people have to do, what people think about it, because my standpoint. So Delton may get in trouble like 3 times out the whole school year, which is cool. But and he knows. I mean, before anything happens, so the best thing, and I take pride in it. And I was like, man, why do you think I'm doing this? I mean, why do you think what's about to happen is going to happen? Whether it be timeout or you're on we call it consequences of timeout, but whether you're on something for like a month or so, why do you think it's done? He goes, because you expect more of me. I was like, so you understand, like, but that makes me feel good, and I'm like, pop. But I was like, you got to understand, like,
I think just going through it as a kid, and if you had strict parents, then you would understand later in life.
Yeah.
Discipline is not just kids getting in trouble. It's a teaching tool for your kids. Like, now I feel like, because my parents were so strict on me, I am so disciplined in life. Get up at 4:30, work out. I make sure I get my work done at work. Like, I'm succeeding in life. Like, I'm eating good for my body. Discipline goes beyond just getting kids in trouble.
And I like how you broke that down.
And my wife is always like, how do you, because I eat a lot of chicken.
Yeah, of course.
And she's like, how do you eat this every single day, over and over and over?
Yeah.
Discipline.
You want to look a certain type of way.
Yeah.
You have to meal prep. Yeah, of course.
So I just think it's just good to teach your kids about discipline, whether it is getting in trouble, but knowing that there is consequences to their actions, and it just teaches them beyond just, my dad said I can't do this. Like, they'll learn once they grow up because you put it together. Now I know why my parents were the way they were. put it together, and like now I am who I am because of them. And
because
I feel like I'm the greatest greatest husband to Rachel, greatest father to the kids. Like, I think my parents did an outstanding job.
You're stupid. So I agree, man. I agree. I think, and again, everybody has different parenting styles. Some people, discipline their kids, and they ended up doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, it to each his own on that end. And I'm not trying to preach that part, but my thoughts on, because I always told myself, I was like, I'm never gonna do the way my mom got me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never gonna do that. But I think some of that's instilled, and I just tweak the way I do it. Like I'm not like me. I'm not over here like pop, 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 pop. I'm not doing all that crazy stuff. But it's like you give them a look, you let them know, you do something, and then they grow from it. And like we always say, Katie has this thing. They say certain affirmations before school, like just like speaking them up.
Yeah.
Like I'm strong. And Davin's like I'm strong. You're smart. Like these are things I want you to take and then run with it also. But if we don't lay the foundation, nah, that ain't it.
Yeah,
that ain't it.
I totally agree. I don't get like and to each his own, but I just don't get how you could raise kids without discipline.
Yeah,
it's just and like I said, it's not about spanking.
Yeah,
it's just making sure that they know there is boundaries and you don't cross them.
Yeah,
there are lines. There's certain things that you can't let them get away with. But I mean, yeah, I see it.
Bro, let me ask you a question. Do you do you let your kids call you by your first name?
No, they don't call me by my first name, but we do in school. We're trying to teach them our first name.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what you mean, like, in case there's an emergency or something.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about...
They get lost.
No,
they don't call me Taylor. So, like, I would look at them like, don't ever call me that. Yeah.
Bro, I was like, is that like a... Because, like, some of these kids in Delton School be like, hey, so-and-so, and call them by their name. And I'm like,
oh no, I don't know any kids that do that.
Bro, I was like, what? And that's like is that the thing to do? Like, y'all not, if I would never, even to this day, like, I'm just like, mom, dad, yes, man, just instilled, but like, I don't know, and maybe that's, bro, people in these schools, and I'm looking at Delton, I was like, what? I'm like, man, I know dang well you ain't about to call me Michael. So
he calls you Michael, you acting like you in trouble.
Oh shoot. What
No, there's no way I would let that fly.
Yeah.
Now I'm like picturing that in my head, like what I would do if they even said that. Like,
oh man.
I'd be like, oh good, you learned my name for emergency contact, but don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man. Do you being a dad, and I'm just kind of wondering, do you think it falls on you to be the main disciplinarian?
Dude, dads get slapped with discipline. Like that's, I want to be and I am the fun one.
Yeah. Why is that ain't the fun one? That's what you say.
We just get slapped with it. We're the fun one, but we're also the disciplined one as well.
Yeah.
I mean, some families are different, but at least in ours, like, I hate to break it to you, Rachel, if you're watching this, but the kids, like, when I say don't do this, it's done.
Yeah.
It may take a couple of times for her.
Yeah.
But
I feel, I think is, and that when I say this, I feel sometimes, if I have to get on to them, I hate seeing them cry. It hurts me.
I know. That's what Rachel says, too. Like, she was like, I just don't like seeing them cry. And you're saying it, too, but it does not bother me. I'm not trying to be like I have no heart or anything, but, like, it does not bother me when they cry.
Yeah, man. It's at the time of whatever the whatever the issue was or whatever they did that made me react the way I reacted. Whether it be taking something away or popping them on the butt or doing something like that. At the time I'm like whatever, but then they go around because I remember when I was young. I walk away talking under my breath. I was like, I mean, I wish you would, but at the same time,
I feel like I give them a lot of
leeway.
Yeah, like so much more than what I had growing up. Like I feel like they have it's a lot looser.
Yeah,
but it's still strict, and they get in trouble just under my rules. And I'm like, you couldn't have survived how I grew up. Like you would not have lasted in the house that I grew up with,
bro. I mean, I feel it's kind of, I think because Katie does well on, this is what, but they feel like they can tread that line with the mom, and not when I say with the mom, I'm not gonna take nothing because there's single parents out there that they play both roles, so they probably know when to turn it on and when to be soft, and kudos to all those people, but I just feel like in our household, at least like you said, your household, like Katie said, just wait until your dad get home. I mean that
Rachel
that sentence.
Like, I'm gonna tell Dad.
That lets them know, and then immediately they're like, "Oh no!"
I know their heads go down. They're like, "It's on."
Yeah, I was like, or if I get a message, like the worst thing is Katie's at work, I'm at work. I hate being disturbed at work because I'm already stressing with stuff I got to deal with.
Yeah.
And then the teacher says, Mr. Sasanya. I was like, oh, damn. I said, please no. And then they hit me with, your sons did this, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, one time Rachel hit me with a text. Like
Yeah.
she usually picks them up from school, but like a year ago, Beckham was in Mother's Day out.
Okay.
And he got in trouble. And she hit me with a text and was like, I think he was like drawing on the table.
Yeah.
And they told him to stop, and he kept doing it.
Yeah.
And and it was like the second time he got in trouble for it. And
Yeah.
I already knew, we talked to him. We said, hey, you don't do that. You got to listen to your teacher.
Yeah.
You have to let them know like what's right and wrong and trying to
yeah,
teach
of course, yeah.
But when it happened the second time, she texted me and was like, he got in trouble for the same thing. And I replied back, I was like, I'll pick him up. So I went.
Yeah.
Talked to the teachers. He saw me because it's usually Mom that comes. And then I came through the door, and he just looked like eyes got real bright. He was like, oh, no.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I go, what happened, son? And he knew exactly why I was there.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah.
But, man, what? Firstborn from secondborn. Oh, why? And you other moms and dads out there, is it the same? Like that second child, that one is, when he grows up, he's going to be the protector of that first one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take nothing, no slack. I mean, Delton can hold his own, but they're sweet. Cooper and Delton are sweet.
But like Beckham, that dude, I think he's trying to get in fights half the time with Cooper. And
Oh yeah. Because I remember even like just whenever we get the kids together, like Delton and Cooper, those are older ones. They're gonna be chilling. But Beckham and Davin, man, every time we get them together, they're either wrestling, which is fun to watch them, but it's inevitable. Someone's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, one time I brought my boys over to Mike's house.
Yeah.
And we set up this whole wrestling match with the two youngest, and then the two oldest were the coaches.
Yeah.
And
Rachel probably don't want to hear that.
Rachel wasn't there, so I sent her a video. And she replied, she was like, "What are you doing to my baby?" It was a great night.
It was. I mean, sometimes you have to have fun with them. So, I mean, I think the it's night and day with the youngest, because I'm Delton's 10, he turns 10 the end of the month. So, and I know Beck and Davin are both 5. Yeah. So I don't think they've gotten to the, of course they get in trouble a little bit, but I have a feeling that I'm going to get a lot of calls.
Yeah.
Once.
I don't get it. Like Cooper, it was the firstborn. It's just You tell them, hey, don't do that. You may have to say it a
Yeah.
second time, and then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
You're done. Beckham, the second one, it's
Yeah, bro.
how many times I gotta tell you?
It's an issue, and they just smile or that, bro. When
They
they
act like they don't even know. Like it's the first time I said, like second, third, like it's the same thing over and over.
always,
What is your problem?
always. I think that's where I started. You know, I didn't, and you know, he's my dude, regardless, both of them. But I don't think I started getting any grace till he started walking.
Yeah.
He started walking, and he started doing some stuff, and all of a sudden, boom. You know what I mean? I
And
like a little salt and pepper.
And what's
but-
crazy is he's still, since they are our youngest,
Yeah.
they still look like the babies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like hard to get onto them.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, okay, this is like the second time, third time I've told you this, and he's just, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah,
And, like, I still picture the baby face,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
they try to trick you.
Yeah, they get that little pouty face. It
And
catches
then
me
you
off
start to feel
guard.
bad.
You see? You said you don't feel bad. You lie.
And then I'm like, okay, but I
Yeah.
can turn it off real quick. Like if I'm already heated,
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, I don't think Dad's get a bad rap, but I do think, you know, I'm gonna tell, wait until your dad gets home or something like that. You know, definitely holds weight.
yeah,
It definitely will gonna get them to straighten up super quick, at least in my opinion.
yeah,
you know.
yeah, that's exactly how it is.
Yeah, but I know we said that, you know, dads are, well, we feel, you know, that just based off of our situation that, you know, we are the disciplinarians. But when I was, so you gotta tell me about you, because when I was younger, like I said, my dad, it wouldn't be waiting till your dad gets home. My mom used to tear me up.
Yeah,
I was bad, but so my older brother, we used to run because you don't want. My mom was one of those, go pick up your switch,
mm-hmm.
you know, or or she'd, and I laugh now as you know, some people would hear this and like, oh, you went through it. She'd catch me when I was asleep. Me and my little brother would be asleep, and she'd wake us up. Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell you. How was it for you?
My dad was definitely the discipline in the house.
Yeah.
My mom, I love her to death, but
Yeah.
I mean, we did not listen. I feel bad now thinking back.
Yeah.
Like, we did not listen to my mom.
Yeah.
Like, she would say something, but as soon as like she hits you with, wait till dad gets home.
Yeah,
Then I was like, oh no, like it's over.
always.
But yeah, dad definitely handled the discipline.
Yeah.
But I mean, they both did great.
Do you think as they get older, because you know it's inevitable, and you know I wish just seeing both of our boys, seeing all the boys grow up together is a beautiful thing. But and you know I always want time to slow down. But you think there's going to be that moment in time where they try to bow up to you?
I've thought about that. And like,
But there's two of them. You remember?
I know, because like I'm thinking, like I've thought about that because I think about my dad now. Like,
Yeah.
he knows, like he knows. I like if we got into it, but like I would never
Yeah.
ever do anything like that.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
I'm just thinking like if Beckham or Cooper ever like try to do,
Puff their
and
chest
I
up.
never did that to my dad.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they ever did, and there's a difference, like once they get older and
Yeah.
they do start to get
Yeah.
bigger, and like, you know, we're gonna get old and we're gonna
Yeah.
need help when we
Yeah.
get older.
So we got to
like you gotta play nice. 'Cause
Yeah.
you need help when you get older.
Yeah.
But nah, if they tried to try me,
Yeah.
it depend. Like it wouldn't happen because the way I raised them,
Yeah.
they
But I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that. I said, what happened if they try to try you?
Well, yeah, if it's like right now, or like even if they're in the high school,
Yeah.
they would find out. They would find out what kind of dad I am and how I grew up.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious, bro. I think the same. I think about it, but I'm saying that's why I think that's why we continue to lift. I was like, I always want them. It's like I wish. I was like, me.
Yeah.
I was like, both of you. I was like, that's. I mean, I guess we just gonna have to. You have to figure out what happens.
Yeah, you really want to go down this?
Yeah.
go down this
But,
line.
but like you said, I got, I grew quick, so I was bigger than my parents at a young age.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, even now, I'm like, nah, I ain't. And like you said, I can probably, I would never try.
Yeah.
But
I never tried my dad. My dad was big. He was like 6'4".
Yeah.
Like big dude. So
he's still big.
Yeah, I never thought about it, but now like
you said I got a little weight on you.
And now I just walk around. Now even my brothers, they know they can't take me.
Yeah.
Who do you think would win if like you? We're getting way off subject, but like you and your brother.
That's a topic for another conversation.
We're gonna talk. My about brothers that. Know out there, y'all know.
We're gonna talk about that. But yeah, bro. I think I wanted to have this conversation with you. One, just due to the fact that I got a call, and it's been on my mind, and Delton's at home. He's just I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna approach the situation. So I just want to see your standpoint on it, and just talking it out kind of calmed me down also.
Yeah.
So
and that's the thing is with kids sometimes because I got an anger problem. I admit it.
Said I got an anger problem.
I get mad.
Yeah.
And sometimes like when I get mad, I forget that they're kids and they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to teach them.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes I make a mistake and I just go off the rails.
Yeah.
And then I think back and I've apologized to my kids. And
yeah,
I think
of course.
You have to do that when you know you're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know why. I just think they know.
Talking to them like they're an adult instead of a kid.
You're like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
Why are you doing? And then you're like, oh yeah, they're kids, they don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And so trying to humble yourself and bring it back to like, oh yeah, I'm a dad, I got to teach them.
I mean,
that's my job.
As a dad, I think as they're learning, I think just as parents, you constantly learn yourself.
Yeah.
Like not learn, like of course you're learning yourself, but you're constantly, learning the whole parenting. You don't, even though they're older now, it's not we got it. Being a parent is a, always evolving process. So
you're growing up, you're thinking those are your parents, your mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like, they know how to be parents, and then you become a parent. You're like, they didn't know anything. Like they did the same thing we're doing. Is trying to learn how to do this.
Exactly. But shoot. Well, man, I'm going to go take care of this little boy at home. I think it was a great conversation, so it kind of eased my mind on how to, approach the situation. But, hey, don't forget, if you like us, what we going to do?
You got to comment. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what y'all want to hear. Subscribe to our channel. And just show some love.
Show some love. Follow. Hey, man, we out.
All right. Peace.